All right, welcome back. We're going to go straight into the charts. So just an overview of the schedule for tonight. We're going to be going over Bitcoin. We're going to be going over all the altcoins that I have listed. I charted them in my notes, so I'm gonna. If you can't see, it doesn't matter. I got them right here. So I'll be going over all the altcoins. I'll be going over alt season. I'll be going over total crypto market cap. And then if you have any coins that aren't, we don't do like crap coins. We don't do quick flips, but you have some coins that you're looking at for the longer term, mid-term, some popular coins like maybe Reef or something trending. We'll cover those, and then questions at the end for sure. But make sure you type your questions out right now. With that being said, we're going to hop right into the charts.
All right, so we're taking a look at Bitcoin to begin with. And we're going to go through the whole cycle. We're going to go through Bitcoin. We're going to go through all these different charts. And then after that, we're going to be going, geez, this thing is like broke. We're going to be going over Bitcoin. We're going to be going over everything. We're going to be going over all the altcoins, and then we'll cycle back to Bitcoin. So that's the schedule for tonight, just so everybody's aware. So start asking your questions now or requesting coins right now, and we're going to cover all these different charts on Bitcoin starting out with. So we're going Coinbase. Let's take another look at Bybit. All right. So we did Coinbase, Bybit. Nice. I really like this one a lot. This is really what we're looking at on the daily. It says weekly right here. I just have the weekly pulled up. Let's go back to the daily. Nice. I like this a lot. I love this chart a lot. This is really gives us like the relevant information for right now. Again, we're concerned about the weekly close, but it looks like we're recovering pretty decently, at least consolidating. We're above this line right here. Let's go to the 4 hour and see what kind of closes we're looking at, because again, those are substantial. So yeah, we got this 4 hour candlestick close that we were looking for. It looks like right here. It looks like we perfectly hit this level right here. It's Fibonacci, maybe not perfectly. It looked like it, but yeah, we're looking for this level next. So we got our first level right here. We got this close right here. We wanted both of these. Right now we're just looking for this next level. If we hit this next level and close a 4 hour above this next level, we can pretty confidently say that we're out of this dump. So that's huge. This level right here at you guys know the 0.318 or the 0.382. I don't know exactly what I said, and so we got the retracement right here, or the trend right here, and then we got the retracement right here. So we're looking at both of these. Let me just put this guy right here. All right, perfect. And then because there's no price action over here, what I like to do, I'll show you guys what I usually do. I like to turn up the background on here like this, because there's no price action, because the price action's right here. So I'll turn it up on here, and then I'll put my cursor over the price action, and we can clearly see we're in this level right here. And then basically, like I said, we want to get into this. Like if we hit this area, the 0.382 level, that's good. And then the next level I'd be looking at is this golden pocket area right here that I really like. And we can get something like a bounce off of here, as support, that would be massive, especially on the 4 hour. And I would feel very confident about the charts. Okay, so we went over Bitcoin. We kind of are taking a look at it, looking healthy. We'll go over the candlesticks. Like I said before, it's not been too long since I posted last. This is a very bullish candlestick right here. So, and then it looks like you're finding support on this moving average right here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. Maybe not. Okay. But I was in the gym, like looking at the charts, and there were moving averages, and it was just finding support on different moving averages throughout the time frames. And really, what you're looking at more so than anything, um, I forget exactly where it found support, but you're basically looking at a support and a resistance zone, and it's kind of just consolidating right here. And this doji candle definitely confirms that. Let me see if I can pull it up on my. I was looking at my Bybit account. I was like. On Ethereum, I do want to show you this graph. This is a really cool graph. Let me just pull this out right here.
Little side note, because you guys know we cover Ethereum. Should be able to see it. Dang, I gotta turn down this. There we go. Should be able to see it now. See if I can. It's very hard to see, but I'll just tell you what you're looking at. We're looking at the 4 hour on ETH. We're looking at the 4 hour chart on ETH. The MA, so exponential moving average 7 day, it found support on ETH perfectly. So that was huge. I had to share that. That's huge. That's the support level we're looking at right now on ETH. I tried to show it on my cell phone, but um, if you couldn't see it, that's the TF. That's everything. Where and then on Bitcoin, there was on one of these graphs I was looking at. I thought I saw it find support. I was looking at the gym. Oh yeah, so on Bitcoin, it's going to be the 12 hour, and it found support right at on the 12 hours. So that's the time frame, the TF. On the Let me turn the brightness up. You guys know I'm colorblind. On the EMA 7 day. So EMA 7 day, it perfectly wicked, hit that area. So right here, let's see. So that is 12 hour. 12 hour, and then can I adjust these on here? Yeah. Some of them will let you adjust the actual number to, it just depends on the line of code. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case with these guys. It doesn't matter. On the 12 hour, EMA 7, exponential moving average 7, that's where we're at support with this one right here. And then, does it show where it's at resistance? It just looks like, yeah, it just looks like it's found temporary resistance right here, and we're moving up. And this was obviously a nice close. This was a bullish close. This close that just happened doesn't look terribly favorable. It's not really something that it's neutral. It's like a doji, but it closed on the bottom of the doji, but and it's not entirely a doji, but like if I was to say anything about this pattern, I would say it's a doji. And it was pretty neutral close. It could have closed better, but the market's reacting pretty positive to the open, so that's fine. So I'm not really too concerned on that. Let's see. So that's Bitcoin. I need to fund my account again. I've been waiting to fund my account because I usually, you guys know, I rock out like a premium account, which is like the highest account, but we're all good with this right now. Coinbase. I know a lot of the guys have like a freaking, what do they have? They have like a not even a pro. Yeah, they have like a pro account. And so we were rocking like a $60 account. We had freaking Market Cipher. We still do have Market Cipher. So I mean, there's a lot of reasons why this channel is pretty freaking dope. Like not very many channels are gonna live stream with Market Cipher on. It's just a pretty expensive software. So that is next. I want to look at total. And again, we're watching those dailies on those daily candlesticks. Those are going to be huge. So yeah, I really like this chart a lot. Oh, did we get a bullish cross right here? Let me turn off Market Cipher.
No. All right. So we got a bounce right here, which is nice. This close is just relative. Like this is a doji, not favorable. This is a little bit bearish, but it's not like it's not really a concern to me. If we could bounce at this level right here, like hit this level, I don't know if we hit it perfectly. Doesn't look like we hit it perfectly, but if we could hit this level and bounce, that would be nice. Anything above, any closes above this level is what I'm looking for on the 4 hour. We got this close, so it's looking really good. We could come down to this area, bounce this, so the price action can come down here, test this area, maybe bounce off this major moving average on the 4 hour, and then continue higher. Right now, it's looking decent. It's not looking bad. This was a pretty bullish close right here. I did like this close, and then again, this I'm not very concerned about. So, and then obviously we're looking at these levels right here, obviously major levels. Obviously, if we get closes right here, it's looking good. At this point, what I want to look at is BTC.D. And it looks like we hit this moving average, found support, consolidated, and we're moving a little bit higher. So, we're not out of the correction yet, but it is looking good. Yeah, so it's looking good. And that's total. So that's, if total's doing good, then crypto's doing good. Bitcoin, whatever, it's all doing good. Okay, so BTC.D. Is this, okay, I was going to say, we have a lot of graphs on this. Nice. So we did hit this neckline perfectly. And we bounced at that neckline, tested it as resistance. So as you guys know, this is BTC.D on the 4 hour Bitcoin dominance. And if you don't know about Bitcoin dominance, I spend a lot of time usually explaining it. Basically, all I'm going to say, just to keep it short for my audience is, when it goes down, that's good for altcoins. When it goes up, that's not as good for Bitcoin. Bitcoin and altcoins can both go up at the same time, but only if total market cap, the thing that we just looked at, is going up. All right, so this is looking good for altcoins because, I'm not clickbaiting you in the title. We do cover alt season every single video. And right here you have a bearish retest, which is good for altcoins. You want to see this chart move down. That's good for altcoins. So the price action did come up, hit this area, got rejected off this area, and is moving down lower after filling nearly our measured move. But the fact that it didn't fill our measured move says a lot about the markets, basically showing that, and this was clearly a double bottom that ended up playing out perfect. We got the 4 hour candlestick, boom, shakalaka, hit the target. But the fact that it didn't go all the way to our measured move basically just shows that there was some selling pressure and, Bitcoin holding dominancy over the entire space is not as strong, or that measured move would have played out or overshot. I mean, this is drawn a little bit off, but still should be a little bit, yeah, so still didn't hit our measured move. So that really what that shows, I mean, we charted the double bottom perfectly, and people are like, oh my God, how did it wick there? Well, we did the TA on it, but yeah, that's what that shows. This is a pretty bearish candlestick close right here. You got the X, bearish. It'll be interesting to see how it interacts with this level right here. You come up right here, it finds rejection right here. The price action has been pretty accurate on this. It's kind of hard to see, but if you zoom out, if you've been on the channel, it'll touch it, however many times, and then when it breaks right through it. There'll be times where it's kind of hard to see, but if you've been on the channel, this holds up pretty well. And I mean, it touched it right here. So let's see. It came down and touched it as support right here, moved up higher. I mean, coming down to here, bouncing, and then maybe moving lower, that's definitely a possibility. Because this has been in play, like I said. I don't know. You guys on the channel know that this has been a very accurate Fibonacci trading channel. But so yeah, I would not be surprised to see how it interacts with this level and see a bounce potentially before moving lower. But it's good for alts right now. That's all you really need to know. It's good for alts right now. And for Bitcoin to really be performing, we need to continue to see more money flow into the space via total crypto market cap. So again, this is I hate when people say scam wicks when they're not scam wicks. This is actually a scam wick. No, Cardano did not go down to 2000 or to 20 cents or whatever. I wish. Price action hitting this moving average right here, finding support, moving higher, looking clean. Really a lot of these altcoins where you're going to see, we have all our different, charting patterns. We have all our different stuff that we're looking at. But what you're going to notice is, a lot of these altcoins are going to be determined on, BTC.D, total market cap, Bitcoin. Bitcoin does poorly. These alts are most likely going to do poorly if total is not doing good. So, I mean, you're going to see, ADA is just looking healthy. It's looking like it's moving. These are the levels that we're looking at next for ADA. Let's take a look at, I have a chart of everything that we're going to look at on, that I have in the title. So we just looked at ADA. Let's go to Link next. And then again, like I said, we already covered Bitcoin, we already covered total, we already covered a lot of that, and we're going to answer questions and whatever, maybe get some more coins if people are requesting coins that I didn't cover that they really want to see. Is this the Bollinger Bands? What is this that the price action is responding so well to? Is this on Market Cipher? Yeah, it's one of the moving averages on Market Cipher. You can see the price action constantly interact with it. So you see right here, hits it, gets rejected, hits it, gets rejected, and it looks like it nearly found support on it. It wouldn't be surprising to see the price action come down, find support on it, because it's proven multiple times that this is very valid. This isn't a golden cross. This is moving averages, and this is EMA. So it's not a golden cross. And these are relatively significant, but not like major. And then again, we're really far away from our target. We're looking to see how price action interacts with this level up here. We got that bottom right here to begin with. We'll see how she does. Looking for like a double bottom. Right now we got right now in the charts it's looking pretty bullish, and this is really just showing consolidation with a little more tendency to move higher. This was definitely a bullish candlestick close to kind of seal this idea. I don't want to go into it too much. Again, we mainly cover this line right here, and usually when the price action is below this line, it's bearish, and then when it rises above it, it's bullish, but there hasn't been a lot of selling pressure, or there's not been a lot of buying pressure, as you see right here. You see the price action comes down. You see the price action come up right here, and then there's not a lot of demand as it's breaking out of these pennants. So you have this right here, and then this really formed a double top, and that's why we saw such a significant move with the first top, second top, and then obviously our neckline being right here, tanking the price. And then again, we're on Kraken, so this is actually a scam wick. The price actually did not come down here in the market value. You're not getting spot for on Link for $12. That's a scam wick. All right, let's go over the next coin. Uni. So I'm basically just going over the macro on these coins telling you guys what you need to know about them, where they're headed, with how much attention we should be giving them. We have charts on this. I don't know where my uni, there we go. I was gonna say, we have charts pulled up on this. All right, so this is going to be really interesting right here. You know, you have this double top that ended up playing out. We had a measured move. We deleted it because it hit it. The main key area right now that I'm looking on Uniswap is you see right here, it perfectly hits this golden Fibonacci area right here. I want to see if it can break through it or if it's going to hit it and get rejected. This is the most significant area that we're looking at right now on Uni. And if it can, you know, obviously hold above it, this is going to be absolutely a critical zone. If we could bounce and then head higher, that would give me a lot of confidence in this coin. Am I buying any of these right now? I wish Cardano was cheaper. Everybody seriously knows what they have and they're not selling it, and it's a bummer because obviously that's the one I want. But no, I'm not buying Uni at these prices. I tell you guys when I'm buying, but I'm not buying Uni at these prices. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I mean, if the technicals played out the way I wanted to with the Fibonacci area, I mean, if it was something that I didn't have and I was looking to accumulate to diversify my portfolio, like with different sectors, like with a decentralized DEX, I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible buy, but YFDI, or not YFDI, I don't know why I always say YFDI, urine finance. A little urine action if she'll load. Kraken. Straight cracked, my guy. This account straight cracked. Is it going to load our thing? There we go. Let's take a zoomed out approach to this bad boy. And we're going to hit this one. You guys want to hit this with a Fibonacci retracement or trend based, or let's have a little bit of fun with this one. Let's see exactly what I'm looking at. Let's get out the toolbox. Let's hit it with a Fibonacci speed fan. All right, perfect. Is this a scam wick? I can't trust you, Kraken. I really can't. Stupid. Let's see. I don't know. I can't trust Kraken. I really can't. Is there another exchange that... Because they have the biggest, like... I hate when people say scam wicks, because they'll be like, oh, this is a scam wick. Oh, this is... But this is actually, like, on Kraken, there are multiple scam wicks, as in the price actually did not on link go to $12, but the what do you call it? The exchange was so overloaded with the volatility that it tanked the price. Okay. And messed up their exchange. Alright, so trying to figure out, you guys know how I do this. I don't want to go to the 4 hour because you know it is. So let's go on at least the daily. See what we're looking at on the daily, because it's really like I show you guys, and like we constantly hit perfect levels on these different Fibonacci placements. It's really about the artisan. Like I said, anybody can hit, anybody can know how to do this. The real skill comes into knowing the significant areas to be looking at, and I think we found it, but I didn't mean to click that. I think we found our area though. Let's see. I really want to do, does it not have any more? Okay. You guys are really limiting my TA right here. You know that Binance? Alright, so right here, so swing low. Where's the thing? Swing high. And, jeez. Let's see. And this will happen with Fibonacci's all the time. You know, you try and use them, try and freaking, and they just do this thing to you. Alright, let's see. You can do it both ways though, so let's see. Let's work this puppy, see how she does. Like there'll be times where I'll draw Fibonacci wedges and it'll be the same crap. Alright. I mean, but you can't, this isn't valid. Like you can do this, but it's not valid. Jeez. I guess we can't use this tool. There's just nothing that works with the price action. You're going to see that. Let me pick a different, better tool. Let's do a circle, and then let's do, yeah, this is perfect. I know the circle will work right here. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let's go to the weekly. Weekly, swing low to swing high, circle. Yeah. Finally. These tools are tricky. They don't always work. And you can't force them to work. If you force them to work, then they don't work as designed. And that doesn't look like it's giving us a lot of value. Jeez. Let's just hit it with a freaking trend based. These tools work, but you know, you can't force them. At the end of the day, you can't force these tools. I know how to draw them, you know, you read books on it, blah, blah, blah. You draw it from swing low to swing high on all of those. And there's different ways to do it. You can draw, let's see, it's gonna be right there. Swing low to swing high, and then, so I mean, it's still really in its recovery, consolidation. Is it going to move higher? Is it going to move lower? We'll see how it interacts with this level right here. It's really just consolidating it. It's in this accumulation consolidation zone right here. If it goes up here, bullish. If it goes down here, extremely bearish. All right. Yeah, those tools can be tricky, even if you know how to use them. There's different ways to use them, but the most like textbook professional way to use them is swing low to swing high on a concise point, which sometimes they just don't hit measurements. All right, let me go on my phone and see what the next one is, and then again, get those questions ready if you have questions. I'm about to cover them. I'm going over XLM in a second. We already covered XLM earlier, so I'm just going to kind of touch base on it, see how she's doing. Alright, it looks like we hit resistance here multiple times. Let's see how she's doing. Consolidation, you know, this is actually this, you know, you would think would be bearish because it's a red candlestick, but it has this nice wick. It's almost like a hammer. It's not exactly a hammer. You have this consolidation and you have this very bullish candlestick. So we're just kind of consolidating, testing this area right here. Zooming out a little bit to get a better idea. I do want to keep this, but I do want to hit it with another Fibonacci. Yeah, because this is a relevant, like very important area. And we almost hit this target right here, if not on some exchanges. Like I'm sure there were limit orders stacked up right above it to hit this area perfectly. So I definitely want to keep that. It's definitely a significant area for Fibonacci extension, and then possibly as the price action flips, we could hit it with a Fibonacci retracement and then go off of those extension levels. All right, yeah, so. It's in the 0.5 level. Yeah, so it's struggling a little bit with the 0.5 level, consolidating. We'll see how she does. Nice. I really like this chart a lot. Okay, let's look at the next one. XLM, so synthetics. So this is why I drew my notes. I forgot to cover synthetics last time. And I love synthetics. I love that cryptocurrency. Derivatives market, huge. Huge in the real economy. Synthetic version, massive use case for it. All right. We almost hit our exact measured move, but not quite on the money. We're on the crypto. We're on the crypto price action, not quite on the crypto price action. Let's see. So we're in this downtrend right here, clearly. So again, it kind of gets boring, but at least you guys are gonna know what to do in a downtrend. Like I said, when we break all-time highs, I have different tools that we'll use. Price action really swing high right here. This is a swing high though. So where the TA comes in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that area. If there was more relevancy to this area, I would have measured from there, but there's just not. Boom. Nice. Synthetics looks like it's covering pretty decently, having some nice candlestick closes. It'll be interesting how it interacts with these levels right here. So we're gonna draw this one right here. Gonna put this like that. Gonna put this one like this. So as price action comes up, obviously it has this level, and then we'll see how it interacts with these previous trend lines because they are still valid. They're always valid. We're gonna delete this, and we'll delete that. All right, cool. And we probably should have kept them in hindsight, just in case the price action did fall and hit those levels. Oh well, we'll do it next time. Okay, the next one is VET. Again, have your questions ready. We already covered Bitcoin. We already covered total market cap. We already covered alt season. We already covered all that stuff. We'll cover it again. Right now we are covering VET. Nice, looking clean on VETI. Very nice, very nice. Oh, nice. So it comes right into the accumulation pocket, bounces off of it, has some nice levels. Again, what I'd like to see happen, and this is on the 4 hours, so we're going to take a quick look at the 1 hour, see what those candlesticks look like, because that's going to give us a little more information. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Yeah, a nice bounce off of this Fibonacci area right here, this golden pocket. You know, testing the water, retracing, you know, longs taking profits. clear, healthy, low, higher low, higher low, high, higher high, higher high. So very nice little uptrend starting with a very positive bullish retest of support. So looks like liquidity in this exchange is very poor. So you better fix that. Bitfinex, scrub. I'm just kidding, kind of. What is this? But I would like to see price action come back. Obviously, we know that this level is valid. We obviously know this level is important. It's been validated on the charts multiple times. I'd like to see price action come back here, hit it as support, and continue higher. If not, we're obviously looking at this level right here. And we have our price targets. So there's a nice recovery on this. It looks like it didn't fully hit out the measured move of this. So this is a double top right here. So this is the neckline of the double top. And it definitely looks like it didn't fully hit it. That's pretty bullish. It looks like it found support on previous resistance right here. Let's get the measured right there. Yeah, so it looks really clean. I like this graph. I like it. I like the uptrend that it's starting right here. And really all we need to do is isolate the price action right here like this. 1, 2, 3. And then because we're not 100% concerned with all this previous price action right here, more so than anything, we're really concerned with this level right here as one of the major support areas. It looks like it's testing this area right here, and then we'll be testing this area right here, and then we're pretty much good with this. So what we're gonna do is put the background like that. Again, what you do is you look at the cursor and you can see exactly where we're at on these levels right now on the trend. Right now we're above the golden pocket. It's looking good on this downtrend right here. So you can clearly see the price action. You can clearly see it's on a downtrend, 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 downtrend. So anyways, we're looking like we're reversing out of that idea by closing on at least the 1 hour. Let's take a quick look at the 4 hour, then we're moving on to the next one. I'm trying to be quick about these, just give the main points, continue on. Yeah, we got a 4 hour close above that, so it's looking good. Looking like it's starting to reverse. We're getting those first signals that, it's looking good. So that's synthetics, but let's take a look at ETH. And then I'll answer all your questions, and then we'll go back to Bitcoin because we already covered Bitcoin. We're going to check in on it, update. And then I think I'm done for tonight just because I've already been on a lot. I think today alone we streamed for, I don't know, these days are merging together, but it does seem like on this day I think we did 3 times today for like 6 hours. I know we did 6 hours yesterday. So yeah, obviously a nice uptrend. We have a lot of stuff that was going on over here. It's kind of hard to see. Looks like we might have hit, yeah, we hit this Fibonacci area that was pretty significant multiple times, bounced off of it, finding support on it. We are finding support on another graph on, I believe the 4 hour, the EMA, the 7-day EMA, and we're bouncing. You can kind of see a bounce here, but we have a perfect bounce on the 7 earlier. This candlestick's looking really strong. This whole thing's looking pretty decent. This is going to be our next major area right here, which is a Fibonacci area that we're going to be looking at, and obviously if we have these bounces right here at the Fibonacci extension and the price actions validating these Fibonacci extension area, this would be a relevant target. So it looks like we broke this one, and then this would be a relevant target right here, and we have these. Let's take a look at the next more macro chart of this a little bit. This is more so like just when price action starts going berserk and people can't really calculate what's going on. We have all those fibs to look at, and they've been accurate. We've called bottoms against everybody in the market with those. So I don't underestimate them. But let's take a look at this. All eyes have been on this chart, and if everybody's looking at this graph, then it's obviously going to be significant. I told you guys, I was like, I want to see how price action, earlier I said I want to see how price action interacts with this upper band right here. It looked good. This looks good. Again, really all eyes on this level right here. I want to see the price action come up, hit this level, find it, like break through this level. So right now it's resistance, and basically break through it, possibly come back and test it as support. That would be the most bullish scenario, regardless, because this is a major trend line. Regardless, I want to see a break of this level. So obviously this is significant. That's why we made it as bold as we possibly can. So all eyes on this level. This is going to be one of the most significant levels on ETH. ETH is looking healthy right now. Candlestick is looking good. Signs of a reversal are looking strong. Let's see. Let's go to the next chart. So on a little bit of these higher time frames with the Fibonacci's, it looks like we're perfectly approaching the golden area, the golden pocket. It did wick it a little bit, which is looking nice. So we did break this area. Again, what I want to see is on the 4-hour close, to really show strength. I want to see a 4-hour close. We're not exactly there. This is a doji. This is looking pretty strong. If we can close around this area on the 4-hour, and it would be decent. I would like to see that, and then consolidate over here. And then really the real test is always breaking this area right here and closing above it. But accumulating in this area is definitely signs of strength. The fact that we did breach this 0.618 level is good, because a lot of times when price action is extremely bearish, what will happen is the price action will come up, tap this area right here, find it as resistance, and continue lower. So the fact that we did breach this as support or as resistance is great. All right, let's see. Then we got Bybit. Do we have any more charts? We have a lot of charts on these coins, but there's a few charts on this one. Is this a Fibonacci wedge? Ooh, baby. Ooh, sexy. It's on the macro charts too. Bitchermax. Nice. Okay, let's zoom in. These, you really have to zoom in to see where they are. And it looks like there's nothing significant as far as zooming goes. Yeah. This thing's trippy. It's like boom shakalaka. I'm not really seeing the price action interact with any of those levels. Alright, do we have some Bitfinex. Oh, nice. We have some graphs on here. They look pretty simplistic. It looks like a Fibonacci extension on a significant area. Oh, this was our famous triangle idea with the Fibonacci's that were pretty good. And they did hold for a second during the price action. Looks like how price action, this is on the 1 hour. How did price action interact with this level? Looks like, yeah, like right there, possibly right there. So at this level right here. Why not? Because there's very little VPR support, I get that, but the fact that it's interacting with this and this very clearly, validating this area right here. So, pretty simplistic chart. I want to get rid of this. I don't know how that got in the charts. Oh well. Okay, so we went over, I believe, everything at this point. We went over, yeah, we might have 1 or 2 more charts in. We went over that one. Kraken. How do we not have a Kraken chart? Oh yeah, it's right here. Nice. This was an OG chart. I mean, not like stupid OG, but like we really charted some like really cool stuff in here. I really like this chart. There's a lot of information. Nice. Okay. All right, so we'll go back to Bitcoin. But first, like I said, we're going to go to comments. We'll start charting some stuff if there's anything. What's up, man? What is up? Hey, good morning. Good morning. Just got in Super Farm yesterday. Any thoughts, expectations? Newer project looking good. Yeah, I mean, with like DeFi and whatever, I was just like in APY finance and Big Boy got called as like whatever, a pump and dump. It wasn't a pump and dump, but a lot of scrubs call them, like a lot of noobs call them. So as far as like, I haven't really looked into this project too much because like I'm pretty diversified as it is in like altcoins or whatever, in DeFi specifically. This would be a DeFi play for me, but you know, it looks good. I would think, you know, I think it's a little more advanced. You know, the whole farming thing is a little more advanced for a lot of the new guys. I think for a lot of new guys, but yeah, I haven't really looked too much into it. I'm more so like, I was looking to get into refinance, but then, you know, I knew there was going to be consolidation on the altcoins and they were going to stall out a little bit. So, those were like my DeFi plays, were like APY finance and Urine specific, or and Reef, and I didn't get into those. And then I mean, I saw guys covering these on the channel. I believe it's a newer token, but yeah, I couldn't get into it just because I was already. Oh, you have some right here. So P. I've never heard of that one. Maybe I have, and I just don't know the ticker. Oh, Plasma. Plasma's a beast. You got into Plasma Finance? Jeez, dog. That's a good one. It's a freaking. Is it really? You can only have the Ether comparative? There's no. Because I want to cover the USD, because everybody goes off of USD if it's the. Is it. Are you looking at the ETH comparative? Is it only wrapped Ether? Is the only way you can buy Plasma? This is Plasma Finance. I know Plasma Finance is one of those ones where I was just like, crap, I missed the boat. And like as an OG, like once you miss the boat, you miss the boat. Like there's no point in chasing it. I don't know. Correct me if this isn't the right chart because I don't know if this is. I guess you can only. Well, I guess it would be because there's no exchanges that offer it, so you have to buy it on Uniswap, and then I guess. But like the liquidity on this would be incredible. If this is the only pair, you can run a monopoly for yield farming. It's not like you have to tie it down with like a tether comparative or a dollar or like what would be another one? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Whenever I yield farm, I always um, do an ether comparative because I think that's just the most common. Let's see. But yeah, usually you have at least a tether on top of it. So this seems like a relatively significant area right here. I want to go on the daily. Go on the daily. Nice. All right, this is really giving me a lot to work with. Yeah, it's a newer project. Okay, so like on newer projects, like you probably know the rundown on these puppies. TA on newer projects is not the forte and take everything with a grain of salt. Um, we're in price discovery, like even though it's not breaking all-time highs, the charts are realizing themselves. The price action is figuring out where it's comfortable, and we do not have enough TA to really give too much insight on this bad boy. But yeah, I really wish I would have got in on Plasma. Plasma is a beast. I just can't. If I look for more exposure into altcoins, but for me, like when I'm buying altcoins, I look at, let's see. So there's a lot of wicks. There's a lot of wicks, but what is this? The daily. So I mean, this is looking pretty decent. Because all things considered, with the whole dump situation, this is looking like a strong project. You have this candle right here, which would be a morning star pattern, and it is, the top candle right here. But there was a bullish opening right here, so you would think that it would come down right here and actuate, but it came up, and then it's a little scammy. That's not even really possible. Because if you have the opening price right here, comes up, closes right here, opens right here, comes up. If it's at this level right here, this should be a wick. So I don't know if the liquidity on this is poor or what the deal is, but yeah, you can't have that because the open would have to be right here and then that would drag it down. If you open right here, if you have the opening candlestick right here and then you come up to this price action right here, as you come down, it would create a wick, not a candlestick, not a candle body. So price action's a little messed up on that. I don't know if that's the liquidity, but candlesticks can't do that. So I don't know what's going on with that bad boy. Um, what do I have the fib? I have this fib on this scam wick right here. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, as soon as it closes a 4 hour above this area right here, that's like halfway. Literally, that's measured like halfway point between right here. It's looking good. It's pretty strong. I don't know why I pulled up a Fibonacci retracement. I mean, it's not really in a downtrend. It'd be hard to say that it's in a downtrend. It's more so it's not really in an anything right now. It's in like a little V, like almost like a cup and handle, but not a cup and handle. I mean, this is kind of like a cup and handle right here. It's a very sloppy cup and handle. And since ICO, it looks like This was just a parabolic move down. And so from right here, it's so hard to even see this crap. Not that the coin is crap or whatever. Let me turn off a lot of these different moving averages so I can see what I'm looking at on the graph. Take that one off, take that one off, take that one off. And there's just a lot of low liquidity, yeah. So it's really screwing up the graph. It's really hard to read. All right. Yeah, that's not going to be something that we can hit with a trend based and figure out. Obviously, it's not looking too hot for that. What I can do is there's clearly this price action right here that I can interact with, and I'm going to do that. So let's see, this one right here, this one right here. But yeah, Plasma Finance, man. I wish I would have got in on this one. This is definitely something for this bull run. But, you know, if you miss a project or, you know, you're not trying to get in too exposed to altcoins, you know, you got to call your, you know, I don't FOMO into anything. And like, if altcoin season like was bottoming more and like it was guaranteed to go back up and everything, and like, but like with the ether right now and everything, like it's not really the move. Like to accumulate more altcoins than what I already have exposure to from my portfolio risk. So I wish I could have picked this one up, because I am definitely a DeFi guy. I'm not really an NFT guy. I don't really talk about that on the channel, and I don't really show any NFTs. I'm not really an NFT guy. I get the, you know, the whole inflation thing and they're rare and stuff. I want to see really what I'm looking at on this. Let me see if you're looking at, it's got to be, yeah, it's got to be uni wrapped ether. Or at least this is probably the most common. Yeah, I don't think this is on any exchanges. Let's see. So yeah, I want to see it close on the 4 hour above this line right here. The fact that it did wick this though is decent. Looks like it hit this support line right here perfectly. Yeah. Or it's resistance. It hit this resistance line perfectly. That's fine. More than anything, you know, it's a new coin, like I said multiple times. I like the fundamentals behind it. The thing that I like about it the most is like when you're talking about cryptocurrency and when you're talking about investing and all of this stuff, you really have to be like insightful more than anything else, because the market's always appraising what it thinks, you know, everything is worth. So you have to have like a bullish like opinion on something, like a bullish theory as to why you think that the price of is different than what the market's appraising it as. And really the bullish prediction on plasma, and I'm not selling it to anybody, like don't go out and buy this just because I'm saying this. But you know, when you look at the audience that we have right now in cryptocurrency, there's a lot of new guys. There's a lot of older people trying to get involved in the space, newer technology. Plasma Finance is one of those coins that's you know, their system, you know, their app, you know, their payment method. It's all very simple, very ease of use. It's very easy for normies that are going to want to get involved later in this cycle to get involved with crypto, and so in DeFi. And it's not like you have to go on to like Yearn Finance on their application. And let's see what your other coin was. TVK. I might know what this is. I have a hard time with tickers. Like I didn't know this one, and then TVK. This one might be low liquidity. But yeah, I do like Plasma Finance. I mean, I'm not gonna bet the farm on it, but as a DeFi play, I think they have a good thing going for them. Let's see. So yeah, let me just go over Bitcoin again, and then just comment on whatever. It looks like I can't pull up the what was it? Oh, okay. Terra something. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I am. But yeah, I was looking at Plasma Finance, and that Plasma Finance and Reef were definitely like really big uh, plays that I was looking for in the DeFi space, and then I just like for me, like I said, like I look at the market, I look at the cryptocurrencies, and a lot of those altcoins they all move, and so really what I'm looking for is just a solid project, a low caps solid project to diversify my portfolio into, and like when altcoin season is favorable, and I guess right now is a good time, but I'm just looking at buying more Cardano because I think that this is probably going to be, like I said, like if this dip was to continue, we'll see what happens. Nice, nice. Um, if this dip was to continue, um, I think this would be the last time to really buy Cardano, and I would just rather hold Cardano. Maybe, some small cap does. Okay, so obviously we have a trading channel right here. And it looks like it broke out of the trading channel, and this is the measured move out of the trading channel. Looks like you have a bounce right here, most likely going to get a double bottom. Most likely this is going to be the neckline with the measured move, so it's really what I'm seeing. Yeah. What the heck? This is on the 4-hour. You're saying that this is a really new one. All right, even for uni, geez. So again, like, we'll see what kind of touch points we can work with. But let me just lay these basics in. Yeah, it looks really good. How many touch points do we have? We have at least 2, it looks like. We need 3. Do we have 3? We don't have 3. Dang. Oh, do we have it right here? Wow, we're so close. Looks like this is one right here. Yeah, that's one right there. And then we have a second one. And then is this a third one over here? Alright, we're just going to call this one. I'm not going to get the absolute perfect measurement just because it's just one of those coins. Like, so we don't need to spend an hour looking at the exact perfect measurement. If it was Bitcoin and everybody's like super concerned about Bitcoin, but it looks like, is this a 3? 1, nice. I like the 2s, makes it really easy when there's a 2. This looks like we got the 1, 2. Come on, man. Is this one right here? So that's 1. Is that 2? There's another 2 right there. 1, 2. Give me a third touch point. Holy crap. And is it the liquidity pour in this? Whatever. We know that it's like right here. And I mean, yeah, I mean, you really do want to look at these graphs, because you want to see like, okay, well, if it's going down, I probably shouldn't be putting my money in it. I should probably be, if Ether is going to be outperforming it, I should probably just keep my money in Ether. And so these are really the charts you want to look at. And like a lot of people, like when they get into altcoins and stuff, like if you want to diversify, you want to diversify. But if you want the best ROIs, like a lot of times it does make sense to look at like Cardano versus Bitcoin, unless you have like bullish fundamentals. Like for example, like me, like yeah, the BTC to Cardano comparative right now might look favorable for BTC. Just wait, is all I gotta say. And I'm willing to take, the exposure risk to that. So that was that point, and then what else? Was there like a double top or something I thought I said? No, maybe that was on the other one. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. And then what's the liquidity like on this one? Okay, that's fine. And we can do this two ways. So first way is Fibonacci extension, and we can do this swing high right here to this swing low right here. It looks very substantial, and these Fibonacci areas are going to be pretty relevant. We'll drag them out to right here. Perfect. And yeah, I mean, it looks like it hit the golden pocket. Yeah, this is a really good. It's a really good. Perfect. That really gives. I mean, this would be a fun chart to look at all day, but it looks like it's hitting this area as resistance, dragging it over completely. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, constantly hitting this band, and then, yeah, it looks really good. I want to go more in depth with this puppy, but, I mean, really what we're looking at is we want to break this level right here. Like this level right here, hit it, find support, move higher. I want to go over it more, but I know that a lot of people aren't going to be like involved in this project. But ask me questions if you have any questions. I'm just going to go back, take a look at Bitcoin, see what we're doing, and then ask me questions, and then like right now, and then I'll answer them as did we get rejected at this level right here? Nah. It doesn't look like it, at least. Let's see. But this is nice. I like this, on the more, I can't tell which area this Fibonacci is until we zoom out, but it's looking nice. Let's see. And this is a pretty substantial Fibonacci extension level, but it doesn't look like the price action interacted with it. Alright. Obviously this level was significant. Okay, let's take a look at another chart. But yeah, on this chart it's looking clean. And this looks like it's on the higher time frames. Thanks a lot. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that TA looked really clean. I wish I could have gone further into it. Let's see. But yeah, I was definitely looking at plasma. I was like, I want to get exposure to it. Like if altcoins like just if like Ethereum was overbought, and like if Cardano was just like way out of reach, and if like Bitcoin was just so overbought, and like if altcoins were, I would have I'm a DeFi guy. The thing that I think about DeFi is like this, and I think it's like really important to think about it. It's like if crypto was to like fail, you know what I mean? If crypto was to like fail, which it can't really fail, but if crypto was to like fail, like at the end of the day, I can still borrow against the compound I hold. Like I can actually get loans from the compound token that I hold, and that is massive. The fact that I can borrow money, like let's say that I don't have the money on me right now to go buy some like Cardano, and let's say it's on like a fire sale. Let's say that Bitcoin's price just dumps, and I'm like, I have to borrow some money right now, but the bank's closed. I could literally borrow money on Compound with my own collateral, no questions asked, no driving to the bank, no let me see your credit score, no opinions, no nothing. I can get that money almost instantaneously by putting up my own compound collateral. Now, I used to hold compound. I don't hold it anymore, but when I was getting involved with it, I mean, that's why I think it's not like a total crap coin. Aave, synthetics, like these are coins with which no matter what, they have real value. They have real use cases. DeFi, like it has use cases and it's huge. And like when I'm looking at cryptos, it's like would I actually use this? And like XLM, like I think a lot of normies are gonna adopt XLM. Like it's gonna be like a nerd's way of paying for stuff. Like if I want to send you something really fast, I'm not gonna send it through Bitcoin. Bitcoin can take an hour to send transactions, and so at that point you think the transaction's lost because it's taken an hour, and you're like, holy crap, did the Bitcoin that I sent you actually go through? Whereas if I'm like right next to somebody and I really want to send them money really quick, I might actually use XLM. So a lot of the cryptos that I get involved with, I'm like, I would actually use. And one of those is definitely the DeFi space. So yeah, I like plasma finance. I wish I could have got exposure to it. And with altcoins, like when you miss the bus, you miss the bus. And I missed the bus on plasma. It wasn't the right risk to reward ratio for me personally to enter in at these levels. Um, yeah, it looks like a doji. Like, it's like a doji right here. I mean, you want the candle body to be a little bit lower, but same deal. And then it's like a smaller doji inside of this doji. So just like it's consolidating, just moving right along here. This area was critical right here because you have this major Fibonacci area. Then you also have the price validating that major Fibonacci area. And then you do have the price action break that area of support multiple or resistance multiple times. So it's looking good. The bulls are definitely looking like they're coming in. We're consolidating, and again, we're keeping an eye on this level that we really want to see, and yeah, I mean it broke through. You constantly see right here. You see you see support comes up, support. You would think that the price action would come up here, hit it and go to resistance. You would think right here the price action would come up, hit it as resistance, come up, hit these areas as resistance, and it's just breaking through everything. So it's looking very strong. It's looking very good. Uh, that more so than anything tells me that the bulls are definitely showing up here and pushing. All right, and then again, yeah, we're definitely looking at this level. Definitely looking at this level. Let's see. And then on the more macro time frames, it's looking good. And then on the Fibonacci extension, we're not really there yet. Or on the Fibonacci retracement, we're not really there yet. But on that chart, it's looking like we're right here. Yeah, so it's not really substantial. Yeah, we're looking good. Can you send me some coins? No free lunch. Yeah, I mean, it's like everybody always asks that, so it's like, you know. Um, but my freaking science teacher in high school said the funniest thing. He's like, somebody came up to him asking him for money, and he said, "I was just about to ask you the same thing." Let's see. But I would never ask any of my subs for money or like, anything. It's all free content. There's no courses. We're not selling courses. We're not doing anything. So it's all just free value. Let's see. Yeah, so those are looking pretty cute. Take one more look at crypto market cap, and then we're gonna go on the daily. And then again, if you have any questions, everything's pretty much gonna be covered. Like everything's mostly been covered in this video, from all the different altcoins that we were looking at to alt season to Bitcoin. And we already looked at total crypto market cap. I'm going to look at it one more time. I'm going to be looking at it more so. We'll take a quick glance at it because I haven't seen it in a second. Like literally basically a second, like we looked at it a little bit ago. Oh, nice. So we did find support on this area that I was talking about, hopefully finding support on. Uh, and it's looking really good. It's looking really bullish. It's looking good. This point five level is looking nice. Everything's looking good on it. Again, we just want to see this area right here to invalidate the downtrend. But, it can only get there so quick. It's looking good. It's looking pretty spicy, pretty hot, pretty good. All right, so what I was talking about before just a few seconds ago is that I want to go to the daily chart and I want to start looking at these candle patterns, because the main concern that I do have is that we start printing some candle patterns, like some bearish engulfings like we did on the daily right here. And so you have this price action right here. Then you have essentially, it's not a bearish engulfing, but essentially a bearish engulfing type candlestick. And then this candlestick print obviously wasn't very bullish either. So it looks like we are reversing though, which is very nice. Yeah, it looks like we're doing really good reversing out of this. And so this candlestick is going to be on the daily. The close is going to be an absolutely massive key area to look at. If we can bring this candlestick up here, the reversal is basically like as possible as it is, like called like reversed. And this would really start to, I mean, if we closed a daily on this level right here, above this level right here, this would bring my confidence back into the market, and I would definitely be looking at hopefully getting some ADA for, like I said before, and I've said it a bunch of times, like I don't think that the ADA, like nobody was selling ADA on the dip, and I was literally so like, just they know what they have. They know what they have, and nobody's selling ADA, and everything's dumping, and nobody really wants to give up that Cardano. Um, I think that around these levels, this dump could be possibly, and this was a pretty relatively decent dump. This was, I believe, the biggest dump we've seen in the cycle so far. We had that dump at like 42 to like 6 to 30 or something. I can't even remember anymore, but I think this is the biggest dump we've had. We've had some 10 percenters, but this dump was pretty, like, it's nothing compared to 2017, but for this cycle, it's been pretty big. And so I don't think we're gonna see something like this. Like, I do think that we're gonna see more dumps like this. Like when we hit 100,000, I think we're gonna see like a dump to like maybe 70, something like that for sure. Possibly 60, but at that point Cardano is already going to be more expensive, if that makes sense. Like if Bitcoin was trading at 100,000, then Cardano is probably going to be trading at, I mean, I don't want to throw price predictions out and get people's hopes up too much, but Cardano would definitely be trading for more than what it is now. So I think like right now might be the last best opportunity for me to load up on some Cardano. That's like really the one that, like, it might not be like the best reward to risk ratio, just because you want to accumulate coins that like I talk about like Uni, Link, I talk about like all the ones that we went over, and those are all good coins to accumulate if you can get a good deal on them. But really what I'm looking at with ADA is like I'm just saying like ADA is the future, and I'm really loading up on it because like I said, I think this in my opinion is the last time to buy ADA like as cheap until the bear market. Um, yeah, if we do get a reversal out of this whole thing, I think that's going to be the case. And like you can put your money where you want to put your money. If you like DOT, if you like, we've covered all the coins extensively that are major. And on this channel, we've always been huge on Cardano before everybody else was like huge on Cardano. And after this dump and I did buy a little bit of Cardano last night for a nice sale, but it was nothing like what I was hoping for. Like I said, nobody's really willing to give this stuff up, and it's staked. A lot of it's staked. So, um, what I have to do at this point, and like I always tell you guys, it's one thing to tell you guys about the price action. It's one thing to tell you guys, but I always tell you guys what I'm doing with my portfolio. I always tell you guys what I'm doing with my trades. I always tell you not only the price action, not only predicting like accurately the price action, all that stuff. I also tell you guys my trades. I also tell you like like everything. Like I don't want to just whatever. I'm not a financial advisor, so none of this is financial advice. And this is really what I'm doing personally. I don't think anybody should be buying ADA unless, they literally do their own research and they think that it's a good token. I think it's the best token in cryptocurrency. I've said that multiple times. I was screaming that. Well, I wasn't screaming it, but I was saying it when it was 10 cents, and now a lot of the market agrees with me. But anybody that's saying ADA is a little overextended right now, that's not necessarily out of the question. That's not necessarily out of the question, but like I said, for the long term, I'm thinking about the long term over the next 4 years and whatnot. I really do think that this is the last time to accumulate it for these cheaper prices. And after this, basically fire sale, what I'm looking for is running a staking node on Cardano. Some guys asked earlier if some guys asked earlier if I could make a video on Polkadot and how to stake Polkadot, and I can definitely do that. And some people asked me if I could make a video basically like about yeah, Polkadot specifically, and then I can do one on how I stake my Cardano. If you guys want, there's videos on the internet already that you can literally just Google in the internet like how to stake on Cardano. I recommend what's called adalite.io. So ADA IO what is it? ADA Lite. Yeah, ADA Lite.o. So ADA Lite LITE.io. If you're wondering why I'm spelling it out, it's because if you click on the wrong website, and I recommend that you go to the Ledger page and then go through their website to figure it out, because if you just go through, like if you just click on like a random site that you think is it, and then you stake your Cardano on that website, you might just be giving your Cardano away to a random scammer. So I want to make sure, and Ledger is one of the most trusted brands in cryptocurrency. So if you go to Ledger's page, let me just go to it really quick with you guys. Just because, like I said, I don't want anybody to lose money. There's a lot of scams. So we would type in Ledger, and then we would type in ADA. So I want to show you guys how to do this kind of stuff so you don't get wrecked, because like you can get wrecked in the markets. I promise you that there are not people that are willing to admit it, but if you don't take the time, you will get wrecked like accidentally giving your crypto away. It happens to way too many people. So ADA Lite right here. So this is Cardano, and make sure that you're on Cardano.com and it's not having it's not spelled weird, it's not anything, because there are fake websites, and again, you don't want to lose your money. So this kind of shows you like on the ledger how it works. And then yeah, this is the website. So what I always do is I always click on hardware wallet. Um, and then it'll say on the ledger about exporting a private key. You don't have to have a ledger to access an ADA Lite wallet. This is how it looks when you're on the staking. You'll have your balance right here, and then you can press a button and go to staking. So yeah, it'll show you your addresses. So you get multiple addresses, which is really nice. And you just copy your address, or you can press view and ADA scan, and you can scan your address, send money to fund your account. You can buy it off exchange and then send it to your wallet. Your balance will appear right here. Um, I don't know anything about that, but maybe I just forgot about it. And then there will be a section that says staking. It's not showing it right here. See, but this gives you like the information. Just make sure that you're doing it right. It should say staking somewhere. It's really weird it doesn't say staking, because it'll usually show like right here. It'll usually say show staking, and you press on it, and then there's delegation pools that will pull up, and you just basically be like, oh, I want to use this delegation pool. You click on it, and then I believe you earn 3%, and then I think they take 2% or something like that. I don't know, but it's definitely good. Okay, so this is a website right here. So yeah, make sure you go to this website. Make sure you're not getting scammed. Don't get scammed. And like I said, like instead of like typing it in, you can go on Ledger and use their link. That's the safest way to do it. Go to continue. And then what I do to log in is I go to hardware wallet. I go to connect with Ledger. My Ledger isn't connected to my USB right now, but whenever you get a Ledger, you'll have the USB port. Let me go grab my USB thing real quick, and then I'll just show you real quick. So yeah, my ledger is in the safe right now in an EMP box, which is a little bit overkill. It's not entirely overkill, but
It is a little bit overkill that I have an EMP thing, but if there was an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, my ledger would be fine. They're like 20 bucks to pick up. I have quite a bit of money in cryptocurrency, and I said 20 bucks for insurance on how much money? Like, I have more than what most people have into like nice cars in cryptocurrency. And so I'm like, well, if people are paying thousands for car insurance, I can pay $20 for EMP insurance, and it's just a bag. So, anyways, you have it's in the safe right now in the EMP box, but you have this which is a USB. It comes with your ledger, and then you have this cord right here that will plug into your ledger. You plug it into your computer, and then you plug in your ledger, and then what you do is you come over here
and connect with USB. I believe you have to be on Chrome. A lot of these wallets will only work on Chrome, so a lot of people will get really frustrated, and they'll be like, why is my wallet not working? And a lot of them have Chrome, so I hope that saves you a massive headache. You can't use like other things, so you just download Google Chrome, and then you would press connect with USB or connect with Ledger. There's also other ways to do it. You got to be careful. You really got to make sure you write down your seed phrases. But the easiest way to do it is with the Ledger. I know a lot of you guys are like, well, I only have $100 in, I only have $200 in. Yeah, don't get a ledger. That's just going to cut in massively into your ROI. So you get your enter in your wallet phrase, seed code, whatever. Create a new wallet. If you're not like really tech savvy, if you're not going to take the time to like learn how to do it and all that stuff, then it's just easier to, not take the small interest on it that you'd be accruing by staking it. Like for me, because I'm going to be holding it over the bear market, like I'm not selling my ADA this cycle. Like it makes an extreme amount of sense for me to stake it on the network. And with the cold wallet, it's just better because I don't even have to give away my private keys. It literally just signs the signatures on them. So, but I mean, you can use this like if you really want to get involved with it. If you really just make sure you take the time, make sure you write down your seed phrase, make sure you don't share your seed phrase on your like on your phone. Like if you take a picture of it on your phone and then your phone gets hacked, and they view your phone or somebody gets your phone pictures or whatever, they'll steal your wallet and there's nothing you can do about it once those seed phrases are gone. Same thing with the ledger. They'll tell you that once you pick up a ledger. If you pick up a ledger, like I said, it's not for everybody. But I can do a whole video about, staking on like different like major um, cryptos. We can go over like how to set up. Like I have a lot of wallets. Like I have an IOTA wallet. I do hold a little bit of IOTA. I hold all my cryptos in wallets. They're not on exchange. Like my Polkadot's on the Polkadot exchange wallet. I forget what it's called. It's like dot J something dot. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but yeah. So like people were asking me about like staking and stuff, and I just want to make sure you guys are going to the right website. So yeah, for all the different staking websites, like just type in Ledger and then whatever the name of the cryptocurrency is. Like if you're looking for VeChain and you want to stake your VeChain, VeChain's earning me like crap, and I have quite a bit of VeChain, and it's earning me crap, and I've had it staked for a long time. So I mean, again, like with these wallets, don't feel 100% obligated to go out and make them. You don't have to. And sometimes it's better to just like especially if you have like less than $1,000, and you're not planning on holding for like a significant amount of time, and you're planning on selling it this cycle, it might just be saving the hassle. It might just be saving the headache, and not making that 3 or 5%, which isn't going to be substantial. Like because at the end of the day, like it would be safer for me to just take a lot of these cryptocurrencies, store them on my Coldware wallet, and not even stake them onto the network. I mean, I use them with Ledger, but at the very least, it would be better than the hassle, because you might lose your seed phrases, or you might lose, your login passwords. Like I almost lost my IOTA. Is a pain. IOTA is a pain to work with. On they like to get into IOTA, you have to have this massive password. Like it's like I think it's like I don't even know how many words it is. It's ridiculous, and so that's just a headache. And you don't want to lose your key, or you don't want to lose your passwords or whatever, and lose your crypto just because you forgot your passwords. So sometimes, like, don't envy people that have their crypto staked. Sometimes just keeping it on exchange saves a lot of headache, and for most people, that's the right move to do. But if you're looking, to hold long term, you have a sizable amount of crypto, you really want to get involved with the space, make some extra crypto because you really believe in whatever you're doing, like whatever crypto it is. If you guys really want the videos, I'll show you exactly step by step how to like stake on Cardano, Polkadot, all the major ones, because I do have wallets for those guys. And they're all different, which is kind of annoying if you're new. And yeah, there's definitely a learning curve. because like the way you set up a Polkadot wallet and stake it is not the way you set up a Cardano wallet. And then like VeChain, like you literally just set up a VeChain wallet and it automatically stakes it. The cons to that though are that um, they don't pay you out a lot of VThor, which is their staking token. So a lot of tokens will pay you out in their native token, but VeChain will actually pay you out in a different token called VThor, and that's what you earn through staking. So again, like we're looking at this weekly close, it's already looking really good. I mean, we're not fully out of this correction yet. We're not getting like 100% confirmed out of this correction, but if we're looking pretty good, and all we have to do is not close on the weekly, this bearish engulfing, and we're looking pretty healthy right now. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'm not really concerned right now. Looking at the daily and the weekly chart, or the daily and the weekly, I'm poor. So like, um, I just, like I'm from Scottsdale, and I just went to this extremely, probably one of the nicest restaurants in my state, and I kind of felt a little poor in that, it's like perspective. It's like everybody's poor to somebody. So, um, I went out to eat there. It was like stupid freaking expensive. Stupid freaking expensive. Like it was like 150 for like a regular meal. Which isn't too bad, but it's Arizona that I'm in, so it's not like we're in Beverly Hills or New York. Let's see. And those guys, they sleep a lot of Arizona money. Make $1 million so far in crypto. You made $1 million in crypto? Nice. So far in crypto, even after the dip. Nice. I know, but he said if you want to send, yeah, if you want to send coins fast, but, I just use that like as an example. If you were my buddy, I would maybe send you some and show you how it works. Bought my first BTC for 200. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it was really unpredictable back then, but, and my first ETH for $8. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I got in, but then I sold like really early in those cycles. So can you send me first XLM? At least he said sorry. Sorry, bro. XLM. Nice. Yeah, I mean, you you got Bitcoin, which is a first gen, ETH is a second gen, and then XLM is a third gen, so you must have been involved in the space for a little bit. If someone sends me more than two, I'll be rich for my standards. How do you secure your cryptocurrency? Yeah, so it's the ledger, so it's the coldware wallets that I was talking about. So there's a lot of different ways. There's also the treasure wallets, a really affordable option, and again, it cuts into your ROI, so it just depends like what you're looking for, but the ledger wallets are like the industry standards, and I have both the Ledger S and the Ledger X. And originally I started out with the Ledger X because I had so many different altcoins that I was buying and like blah blah blah, and like the screen was better, and I was like, I need this. But after having both of them and using them and seeing, like having both of them, buying both of them, and looking at them, I think it's better to go with the Ledger Nano S. It's a much better price, and it does the job fine. I was a little bit concerned with the screen, but I've been using it for a long time, and I've had no issues with it. So, I mean, again, like if you have a small amount of cryptocurrency, I would just recommend, like if you're on Coinbase or something like that, that's fine. They'll back up your investment as long as, you don't give your as long as you don't give your passwords out or whatever, so that's fine. But if you're really investing a more decent substantial amount, you want a little bit of insurance to make sure that like all sorts of things for a disk drive or USB. So the Ledger Nano S is like a USB drive, but what the whole thing is that you store it, you store your private keys. So Bitcoin has public and private keys, and what these hardware wallets do is they store the private keys for you. So a normal disk drive or USB isn't. I mean, maybe you could program it to remember those keys and interact with, the interface. I'm not tech savvy enough to like program a hard disk or USB to do that. And I don't know anybody in the space that has done anything like that. Not that it's not possible. You would just need to get your private keys uploaded and stored on there and then transferred off. The Ledger Nano is what everybody uses in the space. So it's called the Ledger Nano S, or there's some other options, but that's like the industry standard. And like I said, you don't really need the X, um, unless you have a gazillion altcoins that you don't need. But if you do, I don't remember how many um, is maximum, but there is a maximum amount of altcoins that you can store on the Ledger Nano S. But the way that the ledgers work is you can, if you have too much space on there, like if you run out of space, and I've ran out of space on the Ledger Nano S a few times, if you run out of space on it, you can just undownload one of the applications, and then you can go back into it, and you can, so like let's say you have like a bunch of let's say you have a Ledger Nano S and it has like more applications than it can handle. What you can do is you can just delete some of the applications and then re-download them, and they'll still be on the Ledger Nano S. And so I don't know. And then the other question that people always ask me is how much Bitcoin does the Ledger Nano S store? And the answer is unlimited, because the private keys information isn't very substantial. So any good free offline wallets for BTC? Not that I'm aware of offline wallets, because the thing is that it's taking the information off of exchange, off of whatever, and it's literally taking it off the internet, and it takes a USB to do that. It's not a USB, but it takes that ledger, that treasure to do that. So I'm not familiar with any offline cold wallets for free, but like I said, Coinbase is probably going to be your best option for security. Again, their fees are, a little high, and they have a limited selection of coins, and there's pros and cons, but security is probably one of the pros of Coinbase if you're looking to store your coins somewhere. If not, Robinhood, and PayPal, not your keys, not your crypto, but if you're really looking for security, um, those coins, those companies will back up they'll handle your private keys, and they have their own coldware wallets that you can take advantage of, and they'll back up your investment if their system gets hacked. So that's definitely what I would recommend. All right, so yeah, I mean, we're looking at Bitcoin. It looks all good. Dump may be over, it may not be. We covered everything. We covered alt season. We covered we covered everything, at least twice. Let me see is Bybit good for having BTC? So it depends. Like, if you're a United States citizen, and you're using a VPN, it can be a little bit sketchy or risky because you're kind of breaking contract agreements, and Bybit has shown multiple times throughout its I don't know how to say it, but it's been in the space for a while. A lot of people talk about it in the space, and it has a very good reputation. Like when there's scam wicks, and I talk about this a lot, when there's scam wicks and when there's different like glitches or whatever, Bybit is very on top of everything and has shown the community that they can trust Bybit. That being said, it does have coldware wallets also, and when when you're trying to take from exchange from Bybit, you have the coldware wallet system, and it takes a little bit of time to get those withdrawals. It's safe, relatively speaking, because they do have coldware wallets, but like if you're not a United States, or if you are a United States citizen, it just be, you're not really supposed to be on there. You're using a VPN, so that's really the only unsafe part about it. From my experience, they have really, really, really good customer service, and like I said, the community likes them. They've proven multiple times that the community has no reason to doubt them. And as far as exchanges go, they're one of the, like Coinbase is one of the ones that will go down a lot, so your coins will be safe. It's just when Coinbase is going to get like re-uploaded when there's massive market volatility. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the rundown on Bybit. I mean it's not lightning like safe. But I mean for Bybit really the there's two factor authentication like on a lot of crypto exchanges, if not every crypto exchange, because they want to prevent hacking. So like for getting like per se your Google authenticator code or something, I think that would be more of a risk than anything. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I covered everything on, it looks like it's starting to reverse. It's look like we're getting some good reversal ideas, but it's not confirmed out of the downtrend that it's in. So I mean, we covered it quite a bit. No, I'm from Croatia, EU. Yeah, so I mean, you know, as long as there's not, any problems, I don't think there is. The United States is just pretty strict. As long as there's not any problems, if you have any issues, customer service is great over there. So on Bybit, so I don't like chill any links or whatever to anything. So I would just say, go on some other YouTuber's thing and click on their link. It's just like a point to make is that because people ask me for links all the time for different whatever. So, anyways, yeah, that's everything on Bitcoin. I keep you guys updated. I think we streamed like 3 times today. I'm obviously going to be streaming a lot tomorrow, keeping you constantly updated on this price. We called the bottom, we called the top, we called the dumps, all 3 of them, and right now it's looking healthy. It's looking like it's reversing, and there's a lot of people that it's their first major dump, and they're like, "This is FUD. Like I'm really scared," and blah blah blah. And like I went over earlier about the Elon Musk and Bill Gates news. Trust me, they're involved in crypto. There's no way. We went over the massive amount of obvious reasons why Bill Gates was obviously being deceptive, trying to suppress the price as much as he possibly could, because like I said, he doesn't want that parabolic run up and then that parabolic crash. He wants a more sustained run up, and I covered it for way too long. I covered it for like an hour at least, and brought up a lot of points as to why I said that, not just coming out of like no facts to back it up. So I think that was like substantial. Like,
So yeah, I hope that all helps you. You know, the FUD is with Bill Gates is just FUD. The FUD with Elon Musk is just FUD. Like, it's absurd. Like, why would they put 1.5 billion in just to FUD the price? Like, obviously they're trying to suppress the price. They know that, so then it can go up again more gradually and have a more prolonged cycle, like by logarithmic scales, by uh, the more it consolidates at these levels, the higher the moving averages become. You know, the smaller the cycle becomes, the more support we have. There's the more the RSI, the relative strength index, cools down. I could go over TA all day long, but like, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. It's good for Bitcoin. Don't get freaked out. It's just a little crash. If this is your first crash, it looks like we're recovering fine. Is the crash over? No, it's not over yet. There's still downtrends on the smaller to midterm time frames, but in the larger time frame, we are definitely in an uptrend. And on the daily and the weekly, we're not seeing any significant issues right now. We're still a while away from the weekly close, and the weekly close before was looking like a bearish engulfing, but again, we're almost a week away from that daily close. Next stream is gonna be whenever like I wake up, so like in the morning, like probably 12 hours from now, um, and then I'll do some throughout the day. So I just need a little bit to wake up, look at the markets myself, you know, make breakfast and do my stuff, and then I'll be on again. But yeah, everything's looking good. Daily's looking good. It's not perfect, but you know, it's not bearish. And then, like I said, the weekly, it's still, it's only Tuesday at this point. It's Wednesday, but you know, it's basically Tuesday, because like it just turned, you know, because over here it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so it basically is just turning Wednesday. So we still have a long time till that weekly close. And with the correction recovery that we're seeing so far, we could easily wick that weekly close. And that was my main concern, is the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. If those do, you know, if we continue to get bearish closes on those TFs, those time frames, then we could potentially have a prolonged, we could have a prolonged recovery phase. You know, if we get a bearish candlestick on the weekly, not necessarily the bull run would be over, but we would possibly start looking at a consolidation phase and a downtrend for the next few months. But we're not seeing that right now. And then, like I said, like bearish closes on the daily chart that could give us, you know, again, consolidation at the very least, and possibly another dump down to like 42,000. We're not seeing that right now. So everything's looking good. Everything's looking healthy. Is the dump over and you should put everything in right now? We haven't broken that downtrend on the shorter to midterm time frames. We're going over that, but right now I'm not very concerned with the overall health of the bull market, and I think that's really the main thing that I think a lot of people were concerned about is this bull market over? Is it done? No, this kind of stuff happens all the time. It's healthy, and that's really, I think, all you need to know. I'm keeping you guys updated, and I will continue to keep you guys updated. So just make sure you turn on post notifications, because this is a little bit of a smaller channel, so you're not going to get notified by YouTube unless you turn on notifications, and then I'll keep you guys updated. With that being said, peace out.